Welcome back to In.Pencil. Today I want to talk about some of my favorite books that are not officially made by the publishers or creators of games, and that are not game guides that I've gotten over the years. First up is this, Video Game Maps. Now this, just you can see, is a great book that talks about different maps that you can find for the NES. You can see here, that's a pretty famous map. And here's some maps I don't actually know. And that's a pretty famous story if you want to know about the history of the Legend of Zelda creation. But it's just a bunch of NES maps and Famicom. So that's my first one. Second one, and I'll go to by the same creator, is the NES Volume 1. Volume 2 currently is on pre-order, I believe. And you can see this is a much nicer version. It's basically the same type of thing that you have as the NES maps, but with a lot more extra to it. And you can see it just has a bunch of maps that have been published over the years, like the NES maps, that show you how to play these games. And some of these maps that are in these books, I actually have from like NES guides or Nintendo Power guides and things like that. I find this very amazing. This one is beautiful quality. I love it. Can't wait for Volume 2 to be coming out, and I can't wait to pre-order Volume 3. Yes, I did pre-order this. Next one is 2020X. And we can see it has this is something I pre-ordered as well. And it has just reflections on different games that he has drawn for. He currently has an official one coming out with Mega Man that just did a Kickstarter run. But this is just reflections and some cool drawings. Did You Know Gaming? How many of you watched Did You Know Gaming? How many of you knew they had a book called Region Locked? This was from Did You Know Gaming 2, I believe. And you can see it has a bunch of a bunch of pages just talking about games that were not localized for whatever reason. So this one was in Europe and Japan, but it wasn't elsewhere. It wasn't in the US. And the great thing about this game, this book, is that if I can find it, I am, let me see, boom, right there, 100. Perfect to be on page 100 is that this book came out a few years ago, and look at what is here. This one is no longer region locked. And that's what we like to see, is when a game that was previously region locked, a game that was completely previously unreleased in a market, gets released. And this is one that famously was. And finally, from Clyde Bendelin, is Legends of Localization. I think there are 3 in this series so far. This is the first one, and it is on the Legend of Zelda. It just shows all the differences between the Japanese and the NES, including, as you might be able to tell, sounds, which there are links to YouTube channels to hear those sounds, but also how the gameplay looks different and how dialects, how translations were different, how things changed. This game is famously probably pretty well known about a bunch of the differences, but it is a really cool book to go over if you really love the Zelda series. So that's 5 books. Yeah, 5 books that I really love. These aren't like official books in the series, but they are all really good books. Will that hold? Nope, did not. Oh! Well, but, yeah, I believe a bunch of these you can pick up. If you can't pick them up physically, you can pick them up digitally at various places. But, hope you enjoyed this. Till next time. Bye.